Hello my fellow humans, and welcome to a brand new video on a brand new spanking channel. Today I just wanted to start off with a simple video so that I could introduce myself for those of you who don't know me already, and for those of you who know me already, this would be kind of an opportunity for you to kind of get to know me as well, and for me to kind of just answer your questions. So definitely, yeah, so it will definitely be kind of exciting. So yeah, let's get these questions answered. Alrighty then, so for question number one, how tall are you? Question number one, how tall are you? Height wise, I would describe myself as being 5'10", just barely. I think in centimeter it equates to 178 centimeters. Now, most people get kind of surprised when they see that I'm like significantly taller on social media in videos, mainly because they somewhat think that I'm shorter for some reason. But yeah, I'm 5'10". Most males probably lie about their height, but I am 5'10". I know it's not considered very tall when it comes to males, the averages of males, so 5'10" would probably be considered world average. When walking out in public and in public settings, I'm significantly taller than most guys, even wearing, you know, really flat shoes. There's probably guys that barely make it above 5'5". I'm not insulting anyone or anything of that reason, but I would just say that I am definitely 100% not lying about my height, preferably. So if anything, I would say that most guys probably do lie about their heights. Strangely enough, most people, even friends and people who I know, assume that I'm like 6 foot or something above 6 foot for some reason. I don't really understand why. It's probably got something to do with proportions. My hair is really big and I tend to wear kind of platforms from time to time, but overall than that. Next up, for question number 2, favorite show ATM. ATM as in the cash machine. I don't really know what ATM stands for because I'm not that good with kind of slangs in texting. But to answer your question, if I had to name a favorite TV show, it would definitely have to be Light. It's definitely been a while since I watched a Light. Yeah, that has to be one of my favorites, definitely. I'm not too keen on watching seasons and episodes, mainly because I tend to get really lazy when it comes to finishing them, and like, you know, I just don't have all the time in the world. But I am definitely obsessed with a Light. For those of you who haven't watched a Light, it's basically about this group setting in a school or a college. I can't remember if it was high school or college, but you get to see different perspectives on different characters and their lifestyles. They're all connected to each other in some way. Although I will warn you, it's in Spanish, so if you don't have a problem with reading subtitles, or if you speak Spanish of course, then yeah, the show's perfect for you. But it's definitely amazing. It includes kind of like a thriller kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Probably not a thriller, but it's definitely great. It's original and I love it. Although I'm not too big on the last seasons. I feel like as soon as Esther left, I feel like the show kind of went downhill slightly, and that's when I stopped watching it. But the very first season's amazing, definitely recommend. I didn't finish the rest, but I definitely recommend a Light for sure. Love it. Next up we have, for question number 3, do you like Lana Del Rey? First of all, I would just like to ask you a question. Who doesn't like Lana Del Rey? Who doesn't like Lana Del Rey? Because if you do not like Lana Del Rey, you can leave my channel, leave my video, unsubscribe. I don't care. But to answer your question, no. I love Lana Del Rey. In fact, I don't know who doesn't like Lana Del Rey. Like, how could you not like someone who's just beyond this world? Like, this woman deserves an Oscar. This woman deserves the Golden Globe. She should be nominated for president at this point, honestly. She just should. Honestly. I hope I haven't lost count. What are these questions? Are you in a relationship? So for question number 4, to answer your question, I am not in a relationship. I never have been asked out, and I don't really know why, or as to why that is. Yeah, I never know as to why that is. I have received compliments quite frequently, but I've never really been asked out either. Although I have been asked out one time, but that was kind of but I've never really been asked out either. An unsettling kind of experience. I was on my way somewhere, I'm not too sure where, but I was kind of like in a good mood, and this one guy who was significantly older than me ended up walking by with 2 sets of groceries in his hand, I think. I'm not too sure what it was, but we ended up making eye contact. I smiled kindly, because what else do you do? And he smiled back, and he said something on the line. He basically said something along the lines of, how do you do? Something like that. And I was like, I'm great, you. And then I continued walking. So it had already been like 2 minutes, and I had like been walking up the hill, and I could hear someone scream down like, wait, something. So I ended up turning around, and this guy had like both his groceries in his hand, rushing down. He ended up asking for my number, and I didn't know what to do, so I kind of said no, and I continued walking, but he kind of forced it down and asked for my socials, and I should have given him my fake socials, but I just ended up giving him my socials for some reason, my Instagram user, and I didn't really think much of it. I thought that it would just kind of go away after a while. As soon as I came home, I could see like in my requests that he had messaged me, so I ended up just leaving it in my requests. I was like, he'll probably just go on with his day and just not bother me if I just leave it. The next day, I went on Instagram again. I could see his messages on my requests with hearts and stuff like that, or I don't know what was going on. It was like, hey, something. The next day, let's just say that it went on for maybe like a whole week, or maybe 2 weeks. He would still kind of like my pictures and stuff like that. So who knows if he's watching my videos right now? We don't know. I don't know. That was definitely an unsettling experience. Other than that, I haven't really been asked out that much. I'm not too sure why. Probably I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Maybe I'm just scary looking. honestly, I'm not a very picky person. I feel like if anyone was to come up to me, if you're like decent kind of looking, or a maximum of, or like a minimum of like 10 years older, I would probably say yes. But yeah. Next up we have question number 5. Alrighty, for question number 5, do you have high school friends? Oh, no. Do you have favorite high school friends? To answer your question, I no longer go to high school. I finished college kind of early because, you know, I wasn't really interested with the course and I kind of wanted to pursue other things. But to answer your question, I don't really communicate with my high school friends that much, let alone, you know, college friends. I wouldn't really describe myself as being kind of big on those things. I'm a very complicated person, and overall I just don't like holding contact over social media. I'm like a more in-person communicator, so I tend to get very drained. I just tend to drift away from people if you don't kind of see me in day to day, or if you kind of stop making plans with me, I'll just kind of detach myself. I just feel moments where I just get really bored and I tend to get really drained having to keep communications. You know, I've never really been keen on Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat anymore. I've never really understood Discord. Instagram, I love posting on Instagram, but after I post, I just close. But after posting on Instagram, I tend to just close the app completely, or I'll probably scroll and watch videos on TikTok, something like that. But overall, I'm not interested in texting. You know, I don't really have a problem with texting friends and people if we kind of have to make plans, or if it's been like a few weeks and we kind of communicate. But if months go past, you know, I just don't really feel connection anymore, and I just don't really find reason to, you know, kind of drain myself in even bothering. So that's probably a problem with me, but yeah, I'm not too keen on social media and stuff like that. And last but not least, and next question we have, favorite food / place to eat. My mum's cooking at home. No, I'm joking, that probably doesn't count. I would definitely say I love sushi. I'm a huge sushi lover, for sure. Anything kind of sushi related, I absolutely adore that. Overall, I would say I'm not a picky person, but I don't really go out and eat very frequently. I pretty much never really go out and eat. I do love a simple McDonald's, you know, going to McDonald's. Although I would definitely say it really depends on the McDonald's. I'm not sure if you guys will relate to this or if you will agree to this, but I feel like the employees and the way that they cook really affects how the outcome of the food ends up being. So the crispiness of the chips or the fries, if you like to call that, the nuggets, you know, everything in general. I've been to lots of McDonald's and the one in my hometown is absolutely terrible. Terrible. I don't really usually go there, but the one that I absolutely adored was the very one time when I decided to go Scotland, and I think it was Glasgow. Yeah, Glasgow. On our way to Glasgow, we went to a McDonald's, and that was probably one of the best McDonald's that I ever had. The crust, the crisp, you know, everything just in one. Even the double burger, it was just amazing. But overall, I'm not a very picky eater, and yeah, I'll just go anywhere nearly. I'm definitely a sushi lover. I do love boba, and that pretty much sums up most of it. So anyways people, I really hope that you enjoyed this Q&A. I had a very fun time answering these questions, and yeah, it was definitely an interesting experience. I just wanted you guys to hopefully get to know me by this video ending, of course, and I will stay in touch very soon. What kind of content I'll be doing soon, that's for you guys to decide. I'll let you guys decide, and yeah, stay safe, have a lovely rest of your day, whether or not you're watching this video at night or in the morning or in the afternoon. I don't know, but I wish you best of luck, and yeah, peace.